Walk into Larder Folk, founded by Chef Priyanka Sardessai, and experience a blend of culinary artistry and flavor in Panjim's South Tome neighborhood.
I've always wanted to be a chef, and I am a chef now. But I moved back to Goa during the first lockdown, and I didn't have a job, so I started working from home and I started taking weekend orders. And I made an Instagram page and I started getting orders and I started selling out. So I eventually started looking for a place so that I can do larger production. Meanwhile, I did a lot of private events. Finally, I found a place in 2021. But it was a small space during the second lockdown. I set up a kitchen and it didn't mean for it to be a cafe. It was supposed to be just like a takeaway space. The cafe dream happened as we were growing. And the more I was doing it and the more I did and the more, I was trying to develop a menu, I was leaning towards a cafe. I did always want a restaurant and I'd probably open a restaurant at some point. 2 years after setting up in that space, we found this space and well, it was a dream when being in Fontaish. Like, not Fontaish, they hate it when you say Fontaish, it's South Tome Road. This is South Tome Ward. Found this place, it was perfect. We set it up within 9 months and yeah, did a year here. And I think cafe has just become a dream now. And I know which direction I'm going in. So when we started, it was just the two of us. It was very easy. It was divided in half. We did like the packaging, the logistics, the creative design. He created the brand logo. He's created the whole brand identity. He's a fruit photographer. And then I did everything else. So we designed with Urban Sketch Studio. Her name is Isha Navelkar. She's also my cousin. And she's designed my old place. And I spend a lot of time on Pinterest. But like I have like an aesthetic that I like to follow. My aesthetic, my partner, my husband's aesthetic, plus the designer brought her own ideas while we were designing the place. But we tried to retain the charm of this neighborhood. 90% of the charm of this place is the walls. I think leaving that exposed just brought life to this place and just gave that like a little charm. The rest of it is all a little bit of all of us now. It started with, our paintings, what we've collected, what we like, some museum archives, some posters that I have collected over time. And my husband being a photographer, there are some photos around here. We've left some walls empty, hoping that we can work with local artists and put their work on the walls. A lot of this stuff is, again, my dad grew up in Panjim. Okay. My mom is also from Goa. Just a little bit of like my ancestors or mainly my grandfathers I've got here. So some of the books here are from my grandfathers and some of these little cute things and these cats and all are my other grandfathers. So I've just got a little bit of that because memories and like you look into a place and you're like, okay, this is old. From my old ancestral home, I picked up some stuff. I picked it up and I put it here. There are some records from my grandfather. There are a little bit of everything. I think these cats were my mom's first birthday gift.
Really?
Yeah. So I thought I'd just put that here because it just triggers a lot of memories. I have a pretty good team. I have a chef that I work with. All the chefs I have actually, we work on the same wavelength. They've been with me for a while. And it's just being a good leader, the way you delegate stuff to the person working under you. If there's clarity and you're like doing it efficiently, then the work is going to, it's going to reflect in the work. But yeah, I'm still the chef of the place. Yeah. My mom is she opened and closed, but opened her own restaurant in early 2000s. She had a Goan restaurant in Kalangut and she'd do a lot of food festivals. So her doing a lot of these food festivals, I'd participate with her, I'd help around. And just in general, we like eating. Our whole family likes eating. No one's gotten into the field. It was looked down upon. Uh, but once someone said you can't do it, I was like, okay, I'll do it. So we completed a year here. We're enjoying it. We're loving the response in Panjim from the Goans. This neighborhood has really accepted us. And we're proud to be representing Goa in some way. I mean, a little bit here and there, especially Panjim. We've become a top of the list in Panjim. I think that's a pretty proud moment for a lot of us. I'm hoping that we have the same response. I'm doing my part to be consistent and be creative and put new on the menu. But yeah, we hope we just keep getting response from people who are traveling and especially the locals. We just love having the local. I'm really comfortable with the locals. It becomes like one living room. We end up sitting and chatting, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.